Have you ever felt like you just can't get someone out of your head? Maybe it happens right before you fall asleep, when everything seems calm, except your mind. That person shows up in your thoughts over and over again, almost as if their presence is tied to yours in some way. You can't quite understand yet. They might not even be someone you interact with daily, yet they invade your quiet moments, your reflections, your solitude. And you wonder, why? Why this person, out of everyone I know, keeps appearing in my mind? The truth is, this isn't just a coincidence or some random trick of your subconscious. These recurring thoughts often carry a deeper meaning, one that goes far beyond what the rational mind can explain. If you stay with me until the end of this video, I promise you'll uncover the spiritual significance behind constantly thinking about someone. Not only will you begin to decode what's happening inside of you, but you'll also discover how these mental connections might be guided by forces and energies far greater than the physical or everyday. Can you imagine what might happen if you uncover the hidden message behind these thoughts? The answer may surprise you. Before we dive in, I want you to take a moment and think about that person you can't seem to stop thinking about. Close your eyes for a second. Visualize them. Or perhaps it's something even harder to explain. An emotion, a feeling tied to them. What you're feeling right now is crucial because our emotions are one of the main channels through which the universe communicates with us. But what exactly is the universe trying to tell us when it sends someone into our thoughts like this? When a person consistently occupies our mind, there's almost always a purpose behind it. To explain this, let me tell you a story. It was a grey autumn afternoon. The wind blew gently through the trees, and the falling leaves seemed to slow down time itself. Anna, a 35-year-old woman, sat in a cafe, absent-mindedly watching people pass by. For weeks, she had been feeling restless, as though something was missing in her life. It wasn't a lack of love or material resources. It was something deeper, something she couldn't put into words. But there was one constant in her thoughts, an old friend from college, someone she hadn't spoken to in years, yet she couldn't stop thinking about him. At first, Anna tried to ignore it. She told herself it was just her mind playing tricks, pulling up memories from the past. But the thoughts persisted. Every day, no matter what she was doing, the image of her friend kept returning. There was something unsettling about it, as if there was unfinished business between them, something unresolved. Yet, she couldn't recall what it might be. One night, as Anna lay in bed, unable to sleep, it hit her. These thoughts weren't just her own. They were a sign, a message from the universe trying to guide her towards something she couldn't fully understand yet. And that's how the universe works. The people we can't stop thinking about aren't there by chance. They appear because there's something we need to learn from them, something our souls need to understand. Maybe that person is destined to play a significant role in your life, or perhaps they already have, but you haven't closed the spiritual loop properly. On a deeper level, every connection we make, every person who enters our lives, has a purpose. When someone takes up so much space in your mind, it's time to ask yourself, what is the universe trying to tell me? In the spiritual realm, everything is connected. Every thought, every feeling, every person. These constant mental connections are powerful and often guided by energies far beyond what we can see or touch. Maybe that person is feeling the same pull. Maybe you're both connected on an energetic level that isn't visible to the naked eye. But before we go deeper, let's talk about something essential: the law of attraction. The law of attraction teaches us that what we focus on, what we think about intensely, tends to manifest in our reality. In other words, our thoughts are a form of energy, and that energy has the power to draw people situations and experiences into our lives that align with our vibrations. If you're constantly thinking about someone, it's possible that this energy is drawing them closer to you, whether on a physical or spiritual level. But here's where it gets interesting. Thinking about someone doesn't always mean you need to reach out or pursue a relationship with them. Sometimes, the people who occupy our thoughts are there to teach us something about ourselves. They might reflect a part of our lives we've been neglecting or symbolize an unresolved issue we need to face. Imagine your mind as a mirror. Every person you think about is a reflection of something within you. So, if you can't stop thinking about someone, take it as an opportunity to look inward. Ask yourself, what is this person teaching me about myself? Why do they keep showing up in my mind? What lesson or message is the universe trying to send me through this constant thought? In many spiritual traditions, there's talk of soulmates or kindred spirits, people with whom we share a deep spiritual connection. These connections often transcend time and space. Sometimes, these people appear in our thoughts because our souls are seeking reunion, because there's something we need to learn or experience together. Other times, they're there to teach us a difficult but necessary lesson, one that ultimately helps us grow. But here's the deeper question. How do you know if thinking about someone is a sign from the universe or just an unresolved emotional need? It's crucial to learn the difference between what comes from the soul and what comes from the ego. The ego often seeks control, external validation, and instant gratification, while the soul seeks growth, evolution, and genuine connection. When you find yourself thinking about someone constantly, ask yourself, does this thought bring me peace or unease? Do I feel there's something to learn from this person, or is it just a desire to fill an emotional void? The path of personal and spiritual growth is full of signs, and those signs often come through the people who cross our minds or paths. Thinking about someone constantly is an opportunity for reflection, not just about your connection with them, but about your relationship with yourself. At this point, you might be wondering, what should I do if I can't stop thinking about someone? The first thing I'd tell you is, don't rush to act. Sometimes, simply acknowledging and accepting that this person occupies your thoughts is enough for the message to reveal itself. You can meditate on it, journal your feelings, or just observe your thoughts without judgment. But if you feel like there's something you need to say or do, approach it calmly and with clarity. Don't act on impulse. Let your heart, not your ego, guide you. If you decide to reach out, do so with an open heart and the intention to learn and share, not to impose or control. And if you decide not to act, that's okay too. Sometimes, recognizing the spiritual significance of these thoughts is enough. Remember, the universe is always working in our favor, guiding us toward the people and experiences we need for our growth. If this video has helped you understand what you're experiencing, I'd love for you to leave a comment below and share your story. Have you ever thought about someone constantly and later realized there was a deeper meaning behind it? I'm sure your story can inspire others on this journey. And before you go, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here, we talk about spirituality, personal growth, universal laws, and how to live a more fulfilling and conscious life. Remember, the connections we feel aren't coincidences. Everything has a purpose, and when we start paying attention to those signs, we discover that life is guiding us towards something greater. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're one of the rare people with such focus and attention. Comment "I'm awake" below, so I can personally greet you in the comments. See you next time.